everyone, you're here with H, and the H today stands for, hey, that's Charlie Sheen, isn't it? Or hello. Happy New Year. Let's get into this.
If Vivian was real, it would just validate, that all the time and what I put into this with her wasn't just for nothing.
Your first red flag is that you're describing your relationship and your lover as if they are real. If you're doing that, you failed already, peeps. Also, she looks hella young.
She calls me Poppy, P-A-P-I, very kind of outgoing, and I think she's a little bit spoiled, like she doesn't get what she wants.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
Sorry, was Drew forced to do this voiceover after a midday nap or something? Because I'm going to rewind. What's going... Hello everyone. Give me a second.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
Wake up!
The day she was supposed to leave to come see me here in Ohio,
Baby.
She sent me a picture of her in a
dead.
hospital. In total, I have sent Vivian close to or over $25,000.
On today's episode, we help a man named David with his online relationship with a woman he met on Facebook named Vivian.
What's going on? Why does he sound like David is sleeping in the next room and told him, you need to finish this video, but let me sleep, goddammit? What's going on?
The two have been in communication for years and just have never met in person.
Louder.
David has spent thousands of dollars on just plane tickets, but some way or another, Vivian never gets the chance
That's
to
a
board
shock.
the plane. Something just always seems to get in the way, and David has come to us to verify her true identity after sending $25,000 to her. He is madly in love and desperately needs answers.
I miss you, Papi. I miss you too, Viv. Put some stank on it, man. Call her mommy at the very least. What kind of message is this?
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Go do that.
Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
Well, you already are.
Hey, my name's Dave. I'm 55 years old.
Yeah.
I am a registered nurse.
Yeah.
I'm also a licensed paramedic.
Yeah.
I got a lot of different hobbies.
Put the fish
I've
down.
been playing guitar since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of bands over the years, but mostly never really went anywhere. It was kind of more for fun and like playing out like at local bars and stuff like that.
Okay.
I've been married and divorced 2 times. The first time I got married, I was 21 years old. We're not like enemies or anything, but I haven't talked to her probably in 25 years. So
Okay.
the second marriage was when I was about 30, and I have a 24-year-old son with her. And again, we were married about 5 years. Long story short, the one night, it was like 3, 4 in the morning, and the bars were closed by then. So I'm like, okay. But I just had a gut feeling she might be at her dad's house because he was out of town. And
Oh, you got cheated
I
on.
drove over there at like 3 in the morning, and her car was there, and I caught her naked with another guy. So, like in the act. And so it was kind of traumatic.
After 2 failed marriages, David was left feeling lonely.
Hey, let's hold on a second there, all right? Failed marriage for the second one. I know, of course, sure, it technically is a failed marriage. I feel like that's a bit harsh, though, because he got cheated on. Do you know what I mean? Drew, wake up, please.
He was contacted by a woman named Vivian through Facebook Messenger.
Hey.
And this is where it all began.
This person just randomly popped up on Messenger through Facebook, and that's how this all got started. So I wasn't like looking or trying to date or anything.
Lies.
Vivian is 31 years old.
Well, how old are you?
So she's about 5'8". She has long brown hair, bluish, brownish eyes.
Put that tongue back in, Vivian. Bluish, brownish. Those are 2 very different colors. Please, pick one of them.
Fairly thin, fairly athletic looking. Yeah, she's very attractive. Vivian's very kind of outgoing, and I think she's a little bit spoiled. Like, she doesn't get what she wants. Maybe a little impatient, but Vivian and I have a few things in common. We both like the outdoors, and
Hold on a second. Now, I might just be very cynical, right? Or maybe I want someone to speak like that to me, huh? What I'm gonna say. But can we go backwards, Charlie Sheen, for the love of God? Ugh, can you talk to me? Like, you're 31. Surely that screams of something like a teenager would do. But let me know in the comments. That's a bit childish, Vivian. You and your puppy shenanigans.
Vivian and I have a few things in common. We both like the outdoors, and she's
my
into
God.
music. I'm a little older than her, but
Define a little older, Mr. David, please. Will you?
she's into guitar players, so that's one thing that we share in common. But I think what
That's
I
it.
love about her is I like the conversations and stuff.
Has it?
And, I feel like, there's someone there in my life. She calls
What?
me Poppy, P-A-P-I.
Sorry, what did he just say? There's someone there unlike my wife. What just happened there? I don't even know. I miss you, puppy. It's interesting that Vivian, for some reason, is non-stop using puppy. Like, chill out, you just met this guy. But also, can we just address and like give a round of applause to the sheer commonalities that they share, huh? They both like the outdoors. They both like guitarists. So that must mean we must be together. Nice.
That is one big pile of shit.
For once, I just want someone on this show to have a genuine commonality with their lover.
I don't know why, but I just call her Viv, like V-I-V, or
Nice.
sometimes I'll kind of call her Mammy, M-A-M-I, but
Oh, David, Mammy. I tell you right now, Rhea Ripley wouldn't want you calling her mommy.
just getting to know each other and, and talking about what each other did for work.
Nice.
And she says that she works for an investment company, and a lot of it revolves around Bitcoin.
My hours are flexible, aka non-existent. That's how flexible I am, that I've twisted myself into a pretzel. So small pretzel that I'm now an atom.
What the hell are you talking about?
We don't really argue much. I mean, the only time that we
What's
have
happened
is
here?
when she'll ask me for some more money or something, and I'll then I kind of start getting a little bit pissed off about that.
Dave
Honestly, shut up. I wasn't even listening. Is that a dog on the bed? Otherwise, you just have a very furry pillow. Second of all, why have we got this like old school border cinema thing? It's like I'm watching something by Tarantino right now. What is this?
David and Vivian fell for each other fast.
And how about they fall for each other and you stop falling asleep, Drew?
This is great banter.
He was willing to do anything to make this relationship work, even if it required him sending money to make his internet girlfriend happy.
Why?
The first time I sent money to Vivian was about a month into our talking online, and I believe it was just a couple gift cards for like Apple or something. She said she needed to pay her
Sure.
Apple subscription. So it's like $300 or something like that.
What Apple subscription is $299? If there is an app on the store that costs that, probably refrain from purchasing it. But second of all, if that's your Apple Care monthly pay, oh, I broke my iPhone, $299, you're still being robbed. Vivienne.
Stop it. Get some help.
Being, from what she tells me, in like Bitcoin investing, she kind of talked me into investing and having an account with her to where You know, basically, I
What?
was sending her about $2,000 about every 2 weeks for a while this went on.
Sorry, but that just screams to me of absolute desperation to be with someone, anyone. Hey, person I've known for like a few months at most, let's open a joint investment account together. Sorry, you don't like money, apparently. You got no respect for your own finances.
Now, it was always going to her wallet address, which at one time, I mean, she opened this one account up that had both of our names on it, which I was able to look at. She made it sound to me like most of it was that she was doing the investing herself with it, and we were going to both benefit from the profits of it.
Yeah, and did you...
Sometimes the money would be for personal things that she said she needed or wanted to go shopping or something like that.
So what happened to her job, bro?
And then 2 other times I sent money that was supposed to be for airfare for her to come over here, but that never happened.
Let's just chill out a second here, yeah? Because if I'm in his shoes, which I hope to never be, the only thing I'd like is a guitar, maybe that dog who hasn't moved a muscle, so I'm quite concerned. I hope it's just asleep. But I wouldn't send someone money. They tell me I want to go shopping with some friends. I don't care. Go do that then. What's that got to do with me, a person you've known for like 2 months? What happened to her job? What happened? Her bank account didn't freeze, so she's getting paid for nothing then. What the, like, it's concerning just how many of these victims feel like money equals love. It's sad.
David and Vivian never got the chance to meet in person due to unforeseen circumstances. He sent thousands of dollars just on airplane tickets, and neither of them ever got on the plane.
By the way, I don't even care what the reason is. If I, for some reason, have sent you money for an airplane ticket, yeah, which I don't know why I needed to specify it's an airplane. Is there water planes? I don't know. I guess so, because where the rice grows. What the hell?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
No, but anyway, if I send you money for a plane ticket and you don't come here, I'm not sending you another. I'm not going to send you even more after that. Like, what's wrong with these people?
The first time that Vivian and I were supposed to meet was actually me. I bought a ticket to Switzerland, and that would have been in December of like 2020. And I was all set to go. It was like the day after Christmas I was supposed to leave.
Oh,
and about
nice.
4 days before that date arrived that I was supposed to leave, I didn't hear from her, which was unusual.
Baby.
And then the day before, it was actually the day before Christmas, she sent me a picture of her in a hospital. So I ended up not going to Switzerland.
Oh my God. How long have you been in the hospital, might I add? Because you're fully made up. So that's interesting. But then again, I don't really know how makeup really works. If you're in hospital, depending on why you're in hospital anyway, do you put makeup on? Seems to me you're pretty wired up here. Some crazy bees nash is going on. I'm not sure you would have time to put makeup on, but once again, to the fellow ladies, I say fellow ladies as if I'm a lady, but the ladies in the comments, how about your lovely selves tell me, do you put makeup on in hospital if you've ever been in hospital anyway?
And because she said she was under quarantine.
Oh, sorry, what do you mean? Quarantine.
This was like a year later, and the day she was supposed to leave to come see me.
Hold on. Why is she in quarantine? We can't just skip over that. You need to tell me what kind of disease she's got because, oh my goodness.
In Ohio, she said her best friend's mother just died, and
why is she in
can't
Ohio?
travel now under these conditions. So, and the third time was on my birthday of last year. Basically,
Vivian. Vivian sent this message to herself.
It got down to where she said that something had happened at work and she wasn't going to be able to travel, and
You know,
she would
the
explain it
puppy's
to me
pissing me
later.
off now.
So it was kind of a vague reason. I didn't get any real details from that one. So I was really hurt each time, actually, big time, because I was like, man, I was really excited to meet her, and 3 times she let me down, and I mean, I don't, you know, it was pretty crushing.
Is the
actually.
dog alive?
David still has hope that he'll meet Vivian in person so they can begin their new life together.
In total, I have sent Vivian close to or over $25,000. And I'm like on the fence with like if she's real or not real. I don't know.
Yeah, hop off the fence, mate. I say meh because like 25 grand in the grand scheme of things on this show, it's like throwing a penny in a wishing well. And how about I wish that someone sends me 25k, please? I'm waiting. I'm ready. I'm open in many ways if it takes. I'm hungry.
Didn't ask.
I mean, it is special to me because we talk a lot, you know, and I feel like,
She's
you know, there's someone there for me.
in hospital.
And, you know, I want it to go to the next level. If Vivian was real and you guys are able to help me discover that, I would be overjoyed, and it would definitely make me feel like, you know, it would just validate, you know, that all the time and what I put into this with her wasn't just for nothing.
After gathering all of David's information, our team got together to go over everything.
We received this photo from David, and I found it very interesting because it's not photoshopped, which obviously goes against the grain.
But wasn't Chris's name spelt with a H before? I might be mistaken. We've taken the H out, apparently. And you do not take the H out of people's names, all right?
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
Which obviously goes against the grain. Maybe we could look into this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we definitely can. Do you
Bree.
have more pictures of her? 'Cause
I
this might
do.
be a little difficult.
So many red flags have come up. I know, Drew, you've seen the red flags. So many red flags came up in
Drew's
this
awake.
case, and he kept ignoring them. So we really need to prove to him that she's fake.
Speaking of red flags, I just spoke to him and he said that he sent her his Netflix password. She logged in and then Netflix called him and let him know that someone logged into his account
They called
from
him.
Nigeria. He's still talking to this woman, so I think it's a big deal if we can find her in the photos and hope.
I don't care anything that's being said right now. Bree looks cool as shit. Understand me? The hat, the hoops, the leather jacket. If I saw her in a biker gang, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid. But the most pressing issue here is that Netflix called him. What's that about? They don't call me. I'd like to be called. Netflix, sponsor me. No, but seriously, has anyone ever been called by Netflix? Let me know in the comments.
Contact her and get her in the video.
Virginia and Bree were determined to find out who this person in the photos
they're
really
gonna make
was.
her speak to
It was
him.
time to run some reverse image searches on our website, socialcatfish.com.
So I just spoke to David.
Okay.
Very
Oh.
sweet guy. He's talking to a
Sorry, he's a
woman
what guy? Sorry, I'm gonna rewind there because, you know, I was being a child, wasn't I?
Okay. Very sweet guy.
Ah.
He's talking to a woman named Vivian. Very pretty girl.
Cute girl.
Look at her.
Mhm.
You want to look up that picture and I'll look up this picture.
Okay, and I'll run a reverse image search and let me see if we can find her.
Look, it's a picture of her with her boyfriend. It looks like.
Oh, look, that looks like that's his Instagram
Right.
there.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question here. It'll be on camera. How can you tell when an Instagram is real or fake?
By how many pictures they have. Also, if people are tagging them in pictures and posts, that's a good indicator too.
And look out for the dates they post. 5 posts in one day.
Yeah, red flag.
Hold on a second there. First of all, how many pictures? A scammer could just make a profile and post so many pictures, right? A scammer could also get their scammer friends to tag them in posts. There you go. And posts in one day, 5 red flag. Get that red flag and then chuck it down, because if I was to post 3 pictures in a day, for example, or 5 if we want to be pedantic about things, or pedantic, one of those words, that doesn't mean you're a scammer. What? Poor advice, that is. Mainly if you're going to be on the lookout for a scammer, yeah? If they message you, sure, you're going to look at their profile, there might be red flags, sure, you know, catch my thoughts.
We have a problem.
There's going to be red flags such as potentially bad grammar in the messages, or bad grammar on their captions, etc. But again, you can't really chalk up bad grammar, because I sometimes have bad grammar, etc., etc. The rest of the world maybe. But the key thing is, hey, I need money. That one question, you run away. Just simples.
His Instagram looking like?
It's looking real.
He has a lot of pictures. He's popular.
Yes.
He tagged her too.
We got it. We got
Lana.
Is that the same woman? I mean...
Svetlana.
Okay, can we move on?
She's cute.
The good news was we were able to locate where these images actually came from. The bad news was her name wasn't Vivian. This was going to be heartbreaking for David. Stick around until the end. We'll break down everything we found to David.
So we did look into the Bitcoin wallets that you were sending money to, and we found that those wallets received over 2,000 transactions.
Goodness.
And they had over $2 million in deposits.
Oh, wow.
Why would she hide $2 million from you?
And he will get the chance to meet the real woman in these photos, face to face.
I hope it's not a stalker case.
We reached out to her, and she's going to get on the call with us.
Hold on, Drew. Hold on, right? You were sleeping before, now you're moving a bit too fast. I hope it's not a case of... I'll put the episode up there as a card if you want to go watch it. There was a case where a guy came onto the show, a woman thought she was talking to him, and she was like very strange with him. So weird. So I hope it's not the case here.
So you actually are going to be able to talk to her.
Oh, really?
No, that's a
Oh my goodness.
disgusting
Wow.
smile. Chill out.
Nice to meet you.
This is so awkward.
If you've made it this far, don't forget to like,
She looks
comment,
like she
and
wanted to
subscribe,
jump
guys.
out of the chair and
We
run
appreciate
away.
you so much.
Bloody hell.
It was now time to give David the truth.
David, how's it going?
Excellent. Okay.
Well, are you ready for today?
I was just hoping to find out if this person I've been talking to is really where she says she is, and if she's who, like the pictures that I've received from her, if that's really her.
No, they aren't. But, well, you know, they are of the person, but not of Vivian. Why has he blurred the background right now? Because it wasn't blurred before, and obviously he wasn't on a Zoom call before. But, like, I just find it interesting that he's blurred it now, because what are you trying to hide now? The dog? Where is the dog? Is the dog still sleeping, please?
What is she asking you for right now? Does she need money? Is there some other story that's going on?
What's going on is La Croix, right? If that's how you say this drink name, sponsor me, because it's in so many of these episodes that at this point, please, I'll take payment.
She called me to log into my Netflix, and when she logged in, I got an email, and it said that the location was somewhere in Nigeria.
So no one called.
So after logging into your Netflix and seeing that, you know, someone logged in from Nigeria, that wasn't a red flag to you?
Oh, it was huge, because I confronted her, and she told me that someone has hacked her phone, or she's been hacked or something, is what that was her reply to me.
Even after finding out someone logged into David's Netflix account from Nigeria, he still stays in contact with Vivian. We were still confident in everything we had planned for our meeting.
Here's a question. If that was true, let's say hypothetically, wouldn't he have changed his password? Because he doesn't want this hacker to gain access to the Netflix, I'm pretty sure of that. So you'd change your password and then, give it back to her, the new password. And then if you see that it's been, I guess, logged in from Nigeria again, you'd be like, what's going on there? But I guess if the hackers got into her phone, then, I may have answered my own question. So forget that.
Had to get David to see what was really going on.
Yeah, and I never one time have talked to her on video. Every time she said there was a problem, like her phone was encrypted or the video wouldn't work on it. So I've never even seen her. I've only heard her voice. I've never seen her talk to me like I'm talking to you guys.
You know what? I'll wave the red flag there because you sent her money and stuff to go shopping with her friends. Not once did she think, hey, perhaps I'll buy a phone that has a working camera, or I'll hire someone to uncrypt my phone, if that's even a thing. If it's not, I shall open up a business to uncrypt people's devices in the future. But I also want to ask the question, when he said earlier on he wanted to take things to the next level by seeing her face to face, wouldn't the next level in an online relationship be that you want to see them on video / call outside of a phone audio situation, which, by the way, I'll get there.
Help me! Help me!
No clue what she even looks like other than, the sound of her voice. So.
What? But pictures?
We have all the closure that you need today.
I'm so confused.
Bree and Virginia and all the search specialists, they've looked into everything, and I'll let them kick it off.
All the research team reverse image searched 2 images. That's correct, Motorbike. It's crazy.
The first thing we looked into was
Vivian?
the email address that you were
Vivian,
using
sorry.
to communicate with Vivian. And we found that it was flagged for possible fraudulent activity.
That is
And it also
94.
has a pretty high fraud score.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
94.
Like her email?
Yes.
Okay.
Her email address scored a 94 out of 100 on the fraud score. And what that means is people are getting a lot of spam emails and unsolicited emails from her email specifically.
I see. Okay.
I understand that you've been sending Bitcoin to Vivian.
Yeah, I haven't lately, I stopped doing that when I talked to you guys. He told me to stop. So I'm definitely not sending anything else that way.
I'm glad he stopped. So many victims are told, hey, don't send any more money, but they shove a middle finger, they flip the bird, put the bird down, stop doing gymnastics with it, and say, hey, I'm going to send money anyway. So I'm glad he did that, even though, I'm still getting a bit creepy vibes from him being of his age, which I still don't know how old he is. But if he's got a 24-year-old son, then he's not 31, is he?
When you were sending Bitcoin, did you go to like an ATM or an app?
An ATM that looks like it's like a little Bitcoin ATM machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did look into the Bitcoin wallets that you were sending money to.
Why
Those
so dark
wallets
there?
received over 2,000 transactions, and they had over $2 million in deposits.
Oh, wow.
I know this graph is probably a little confusing. To make things simple, when David would send money to Vivian, he would go to a Bitcoin ATM.
Yeah.
He'd then send the money to Vivian's wallet. Using our Bitcoin tools, we were able to find out that Vivian's wallet had over $2 million in it.
Crazy.
All of the money in Vivian's wallet was moved to another wallet under the crypto exchange Nexo.
So why do you think that she went through such great lengths to keep all of this money, right? There's 2,000 transactions in this wallet that you're sending money to. Why would she hide $2 million from you?
Yeah, I don't. She said it has some kind of court case going on or something. She needs money for her attorney or something. I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. I never get like the whole story. And a lot of times she would ask me for grocery money or personal money, for things like that, or to pay bills.
Do you know though, if someone asks you for money, if I'm again in this situation, I got your shoes on, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna force you to tell me where this money is going to go / be used for. Otherwise, I'm sorry, I'll backflip out of that conversation. All right, I can't do that, but I'm gonna try for the sake of trying. Because what in God's name are you telling me I'm gonna send you money? Sure, I don't need to know anything else. Don't tell me all the details. Here you go. It's not love. Stop it.
That kind of stuff.
So can you tell us about the photos that you received from her?
A few times I would ask for a recent photo, and a couple of times I got a couple with her in a bathing suit, and then I got one that was like a normal picture of her like laying on a couch.
This is normal?
David received a ton of photos of Vivian. Unfortunately, we found every
That's not
single
a
photo
normal
he
picture.
received, along with all of the photos on Vivian's Facebook account, on another woman's Instagram account. We were 100% sure that Vivian was lying about her identity.
Yeah.
I know what you want to hear, and we have exactly that. So the search specialist team, they took some time and ran some reverse image searches.
Couple
and
minutes.
They were able to find the real woman in these photos.
Really? No kidding.
Why has he got some creepy smirk
What's
now?
the truth?
Her name is Svetlana, and she's actually a digital creator. She lives in the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Nah, he looks hella defeated.
We reached out to her, and she's going to get on the call with us today.
Oh, really?
No, you see, this is the creepy
Oh, my
smirk
goodness.
that I don't
Wow.
like.
David was about to come face to face with the real woman he thought he was in a relationship with for the past 4 years. Do you think a romance scam victim meeting the real person in the photos is helpful in them coming to terms? Comment down below. We'd love to hear your opinion.
Look, they said we'd love to hear your opinion. So if you dare comment saying that I talk too much, argue with Drew then. Huh? How about that? I think yes and no. But it depends on the type of person that we're dealing with. Because if they're very, very delusional and you can feel the essence of them just being too far gone, I'd probably refrain from it. Because again, we get the case of them potentially doing up stalker on the real person. So it's a mixed bag, right? We're back at Woolworths with the pick and mix. What's in the bag, everyone? I don't know. So it depends. But let me know your thoughts in the comments as well.
David, this is Svetlana. Svetlana, this is David.
Nice to meet you.
She even kind of sounds like her.
He sent money to someone that
What did he say?
obviously stole your likeness, and here we are.
Okay, my name's Dave. I'm in USA, Ohio, and I guess for
Ohio.
2 years almost plus, I thought that I was in an online relationship with you. So,
Yeah, I heard that story, and I'm really sorry for that.
that's okay. I have confirmation now, and I feel relieved. That it's everything, and I hope that you were real, but I guess.
I am real, and I'm happy they reach out to me. So now you can have the relief. I guess it's not easy for you to find out, but it's better than living in a lie.
Yeah, I'm just curious. How old are you?
Whoa!
I'm 28, turning 29 in June.
All right, because this other person told me she was 31, so that's okay. But
no problem. I'm happy to.
Again, this might be just the cynic in me, but I feel like that's an odd question to ask because of all the things that you could ask, you have to know her real age. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I feel like that's a bit odd. Maybe you're asking because you think, hey, maybe I have a chance. Strange. I don't know.
Show you that I'm real and that you don't have to waste your money anymore.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. All right, you take care.
You too. Bye.
Thanks a lot.
All right, it wasn't
Bye.
that bad, I guess, but
Yeah, I mean, I've been feeling this way for like the
oh, the
last
dog's
year and a
moving. I
half.
can see.
You know that it wasn't real, but I don't know. They're good at what they do. You know, I'm telling
Well,
you,
not really, but
they are
sure.
good at scamming people. So,
Loosely.
but, all right.
The dog's out. The dog said, "Peace out, man. Capiche? I'm gone. I don't want to hear any more of this."
So, what are the next steps for you? Where do you go from
Just
here?
live life, man.
Well, I'm going to confront her. I'm going to message her probably after we get off the phone and tell her I want her to call me, and I'm going to confront her. And then I'm going to tell her goodbye, and I'm blocking her. And it's going to be kind of, it's weird because I kind of fell in love with the voice, you know, talking to the voice that I was talking to. If it, as crazy as that sounds.
Kind of, yeah.
Sad. But,
a bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to confront her, and shame on her, you know, and I hope that, I don't know, you know.
Are you going to continue to online date, David?
Yeah, hell no. It was weird. I wasn't even looking to do this. She popped up and I just started chatting, you know, and that's how they do it. You know, they start talking to you, and then right away within a week, she's, you know, like acting like we're in a relationship, you know, and I just kind of kept talking to her, and because I wasn't dating anybody, and that's kind of, I wasn't even looking for it. It just happened, you know, through Facebook.
Scammers don't only target men who are looking for love, they also target men who need love. In this case, something about David's Facebook profile singled him out as someone willing to send money. Public information such as divorced or single in your About Me, or appearing alone in majority of your photos, is something a scammer looks for when choosing his next victim.
I just want to say thank you so much because, I mean, you guys, I mean, I had a feeling that for a long time that I was being scammed, and people were telling me she's probably not real. And I just want to say thank you for helping me prove 100% that she wasn't who she said she was. I mean, it's actually priceless to me. I just feel sorry for people that get caught up in this. You know, it's.
He sounds like he's gonna cry.
You know, they take advantage of people, and it's a shame.
Yeah.
You know? I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart because now I know for sure.
Okay. David has made the decision to never online date again. He has chosen to pursue a relationship with a woman in his local community instead. All right, that's good. We are working with him.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Just chill out, yeah? Thank you for not letting me read. How about that? We're hoping, or we are working with him to hopefully retrieve some of the funds he sent to the fake profile of Svetlana, aka Vivian. David's next course of action is file a police report, which enables us to request KYC and not the lube.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Remember, all of our new videos go out every Wednesday, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, Seekers, we'll see you guys next time.
One day I'll get it right, you know. Wednesday. Maybe if I say it enough times, Jenny Ortega appears behind me. Oh. Do you get it? The Wednesday show, Addams Family. Anyway, I know this is an older episode, but guess what? Let's do the tantalizing talk section on even the old episodes, because I'm interested to see the comments on this video, because I feel like Sure, he gives me a little bit creepy vibes, given his potential age, which we never heard. But, you know, and the fact she was quite young, but in the grand scheme of things, he did seem an okay guy. So I'm interested to see other people's comments. Let's go. Tantalizing talk section, everyone. Let's get right into this. And this first comment comes from someone named Doc Aaron. But I do want to say, perhaps reading this comment we're about to read, maybe I gave David a bit too much credit. This guy still doesn't get it. Even when he realizes he's been scammed, he says he's going to confront her. You guys need to let these people know that they've most likely been talking to a man in Nigeria. Now, I want to say, again, perhaps I gave him a bit too much credit, but maybe he meant he's going to confront her in the sense that catfishing, he likely does still think that he is speaking to a woman who's just using someone else's pictures, right? So maybe her, that's the reasoning in his head, or also her in the sense that he still thinks Vivian is real, which is actually bad, so fair point. But they're likely been talking to a man. Let's not exclude women being scammers here as well, because there has been a few stories now where we've seen on phone calls especially, the man scammer gets someone who is a woman to take the phone call. Obviously, you get the woman's voice. We saw it in the Todd episode recently as well. So let's not exclude women out of this, but I do see a point. More often than not, it is a man, potentially in his shit-stained boxers, huddled around with his friends laughing at you. Look, we're getting this, American. Yeah! Stop it. And I say stop it in the sense, stop sending money, everyone. Please. The next comment comes from Bree, but in this case, there is only Bree on the show because Bree left. 25k, countless hours, and hundreds of poor excuses later, I'm still on the fence about it. Incredible. Just amazing. Once again, I think I gave him too much credit, to be honest. I did point out him needing to get off the fence. But it does seem, from that alone, right? We factor in everything. Sure, you get a bit more context to it. But that alone, I'm still on the fence about it. I'd like to believe that he's recognized that it's not a real person, but I'm on the fence about it. I guess sometimes you just have to let people be on the fence about it. Stick that picket up your ass, mate. Have fun. But on a more grounded level, away from scams, for example, if someone is taking money from you and it's not a scam per se, in the fact that it's not someone from a different country, or maybe they are from a different country, but they are genuinely them. When you video call, it is the person from the images. Well, one, it could be AI, could be deepfake, so pay attention to movements of wrinkles and mouths, etc. But if it does turn out to be a real person, everything's above board, and they do take money from you, they don't meet you, such shitty excuses, for example, then you are being used, all right? So even if you're not being scammed, pay attention to these things when you're not being catfished instead, and still recognize the red flags. Protect yourself. We next up have Ren B6133. Dave is a lot nicer than many who appear on this show. He had one failed marriage when very young, and his next wife cheated on him. He's not the usual entitled, arrogant chauvinist that expects the world. Dave seems a genuinely nice guy who's just lonely. I sincerely hope he's fine, or hope he finds a genuine lady who's an ideal match for him. I hope the same, but it is important to recognize that he was displaying sledatory behavior a bit by going for someone who is 31 or claiming to be 31. And I saw a comment mentioning that he is 55 years old. So, look, there are many relationships in this world with a 20-year age gap. But in my opinion, I think it would be best for him to find someone similar age to him. I'm not saying everyone who is a considerable amount gap, English words. I'm not saying if someone is younger than you by 20 years, we'll say, within context, right? If you're in your 30s or something and you're going for teenagers, you genuinely need to be in prison, to be honest. But 31, I guess, look, you're an adult in the grand scheme of things. I personally find it a bit creepy, a bit shifty, because you realistically would want to be with someone who has things in common with you, right? Someone 55, look, I'm not sure how many things you're going to have in common with a 31-year-old, but hey, look, you're both adults. Realistically, Rat Boy can't do anything other than give his opinion, but for him, I recommend finding someone similar age to him, but I'm not naive to the fact that there are relationships that have worked with such a gap within reason, okay? So, but that would be my opinion. Find someone on a similar wavelength to him. The next comment comes from Yorkie Mum, which is actually fitting you're a Yorkie Mum, given the fact that this comment comes from you. The dog behind him will provide more love and companionship than anyone online. I agree with this. I mean, I'm a dog person. I don't have a dog myself, but I'm a dog person. And if that's not allowed and you're some kind of dog gatekeeper, then please leave me alone. Okay, I'm allowed to like a dog. But the dog did seem lonely. The dog ran away in the end, right? Vivian was found out to be fake. The dog said, F this, I'm leaving. The dog looked dead, to be honest, in the first portion interview. So just love your dog, all right? I got lonely vibes from the dog. So how about you take your loneliness, combine it with the dog's loneliness, and boom, you get real love, actually. We next have a comment from Aaron Lambert, who thankfully is also asking the same question as me. Given David's background, I'm surprised he fell for the photo in the hospital. No one has a full face of makeup and looks so at ease when hooked up with or to all those tubes and being that sick. This really shows how people see what they want to see, especially when they're under the spell of these scammers. Now, back when my cousin was in hospital and he was hooked up to all sorts of contraptions, he did not look happy as Svetlana was looking. So I'm surprised as a nurse, David wasn't able to tell that this is a bit shifty. And to be honest, why did we not ask Svetlana, what is this image? Why are you hooked up to so many wires? Why do you have a full face makeup on whilst hooked up to so many wires? Where was the context? I feel like we missed a trick in not asking that, to be honest. But yeah, I agree with this comment. People do see what they want to see, even outside of these catfish stories. I myself, right? I'm not ashamed to admit that in certain situations, I'm going to see the circumstance how I want to see it so that I make myself feel better. But then usually, for example, if I'm arguing with my mum, I will see it from my side, right? I don't think I've done anything wrong, etc., etc. But then few minutes later, and I'm always guilty of this, few minutes later, I'll realize how much I've actually effed up, and I'll go apologize. Life is short. So do the same, everyone. Apologize whilst you still can, but also, if you are heated, if you are emotionally thinking about a situation and you're putting your heart first instead of your brain, I recommend, if you can, take a step back and look at things objectively, because most of the time, we're not thinking clearly. And lastly, we have a comment from CKB. If your wife is at bars until 3 a.m., what do you think she is up to? His marriage was long before he caught her cheating. Now, I agree in the sense that there are signs you can notice before catching the person cheating that you are being cheated on. before. If we're gonna stop there so that I can reformulate that sentence.
A few moments later.
I agree that before you actually catch someone in the act cheating, that there are signs beforehand that they are cheating that you've probably missed and it's gone under the radar. There you go. We got it in the end. For example, I think I've mentioned this before that I was cheated on. Incoming comments. Shut up. Stop talking about it. But it makes sense in this context because there's context of cheating. But when I was cheated on, initially, there was so many red flags, but I just swept them under the rug because, oh my, I saw the situation as just, maybe she's just online on WhatsApp talking to her friends even after saying goodnight, which was the red flag because when you do say goodnight, you expect the person realistically to go to sleep. And I know some people, maybe you sit on your phone scrolling after saying goodnight, but that's one thing. But I had the feeling something bad was going on and she'd say goodnight, 1-2 hours later, I'm checking, not sleeping. I'm checking her still online on WhatsApp. So it's like, what's going on here, right? And also, we were distancing apart in terms of messages becoming less romantic, I guess. So there were signs I missed. And I wouldn't say I'm regretful that I missed them because potentially, well, maybe. I don't know. I guess I could have caught on earlier and not caught them actually together. Well, that's interesting. But there you go. I do agree that there are signs before catching someone cheating that they are cheating. But if your wife, for example, is at a bar with friends, does it mean she's cheating? I mean, I don't know the context here if his wife was, going it alone. So let me know in the comments if your partner is somewhere late. I don't know. I don't necessarily think it means that they are cheating 100%, but I'd love to know everyone's thoughts and potential experiences. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Again, David is not the worst on this show, but in terms of the hierarchy of shit people on this show, it's going to take a lot to get up there with the Jodies and the Todds and the guy who tried to literally buy a woman. It's going to take a lot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Happy New Year once again. Bye. And please never scare me, dog on the bed, like that again. Give a little nod or something.